So this is part 3 of the Kim-100 demo video series that I'm doing. This time we're going to try and load some tapes and see what happens. So we'll do a power up, reset, away we go. Now tape is rewound. I've already tested the levels on this and I just got this off eBay recently. It's a pretty decent computer program data recorder that seems to be working just fine. Right, but those of you that know the Kim, you have to set several things before you can load tape. So you want to look at address F1, and we need to set that to 0 for decimal mode. I should enter it. Then we need to go to 17 F9, and we need to give an ID for the program we're loading on the tape. And then we go to address 1873, which is in ROM, which is the routine for loading from tape. So we're there. We hit G, and it's going to sit there and wait. So this should only need to count up to 10. And you can see view tape, Butterfield ID 01. And when it's done, it should reset and display the word Kim. So we press stop on the tape. The zeros mean that it loaded without a problem. So if other people know what view tape is, this is essentially a program that uses the Kim LED display here to give you a visual readout of what's going on the tape. So this is resident in memory now, obviously. If I hit rewind on here, and then we're just going to hit go on here, so this should be running now. So when I press play on the tape here, so that's the leading part of the tape. That's a bit of garbage noise. That's the sync signal. Then you should start to see the data come streaming past. There you go. And that does literally come in from left to right, a single digit at a time. And this is how you know that the controls are good on your tape. So you see now it's hit the garbage at the end, and now got another sync signal that's picked up. There's more than one program on this tape, so it's picking up the others as well. So it's a really good indicator, because you can mess with the volume and the tone, and you can screw this up. And it just means you know when the Kim is actually picking it up properly. So yeah, there's several programs on this tape, one after the other. But isn't that neat? I like it. It's very handy. Growing up as a child, I had an Acorn Electron, and our data recorder was terrible, and I could never ever save my programs on it. I could only ever load from tape, and that was kind of tortuous. So I kind of missed out when I was programming on a 32K 6502 based computer as a kid, because I could never save my programs. So I would have to set out early in the morning to write stuff, and then I know I would get to the end of the day where I got to the evening, and there was no way for me to save it. And I didn't really know that it was the recorder that was bad, but we didn't have any money to get another one, and I didn't push for it, and my dad was like, no, there's nothing wrong with it, it works, because it loaded tapes, it just never saved tapes. Anyway, this one seems really good, just straight off of eBay for the price. So there we go. So that's an example of a program running on the Kim-100. There is a memory test on this side, which you can also load up. But yeah, there's a good example of a way to adjust your tape recorder so that it plays properly is to run view tape. I highly recommend it.